Atlanta Silverbacks is an American professional soccer club based in Atlanta, Georgia, United States. Founded in 1998, the club plays in the North American Soccer League, the second tier of the American soccer pyramid. The team plays its home games at Atlanta Silverbacks Park, a large soccer complex featuring a 5,000-seat soccer-specific stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, 15 miles northeast of downtown. The team's colors are red, black, gray, and white. The team has a development team, Atlanta Silverbacks Reserves, which plays in the National Premier Soccer League, and a women's team, the Atlanta Silverbacks Women, which plays in the Women's USLW League. They also used to have a USL Poundal affiliate, Atlanta Silverbacks U23s, which ceased operations at the same time as the old USL One club. History. In July 1994, the American Professional Soccer League announced it had accepted the Atlanta Magic, owned by Sam Chase, as a new franchise for the 1995 season. At the time, the Magic played in the USISL. In October 1994, the team, still referred to as the Atlanta Magic, signed national team forward Bruce Murray. However, by November 1994, Chase had decided to enter an entirely new team, to be named the Atlanta Ruckus, in the APSL. Despite this decision, several Magic players moved to the Ruckus, including Bill Andracki, Chris Hellenkamp, Brian Moore and Mo Suri. Even after the creation of the Ruckus, the Atlanta Magic continued to play in the USISL, losing to the Baltimore Bays in the 1995 Euro 96 USISL Indoor Season Championship. The Ruckus nearly failed even before it had played a game. 6 weeks before the 1995 season, Chase experienced financial difficulties and failed to post the required $100,000 letter of credit with the league by the March 1 deadline. The league nearly revoked the franchise, but South African businessman Johnny Imerman quickly stepped in and bought the team. The Ruckus, under former U.S. national team coach Lithar Ojalander, began its competitive existence on May 5, 1995 when it defeated the Vancouver Whitecaps in the first game of the newly renamed A-League. The Ruckus experienced a mid-season loss of form, but the addition of several new players, including Justin Fashanu, led to a resurgence. Atlanta made it to the championship series, only to lose to the Seattle Sounders in 3 games. After losing nearly $600,000 in 1995 and continuing to lose money in 1996, Imerman arranged for the league to take over team operations in June 1996. In August 1996, Vincent Liu purchased the franchise. In June 1998, the league suspended the team after Liu refused to sign a renewed franchise agreement with the league. The A-League continued to operate the team, now known as the A-League Atlanta. At the time Umbro had a promotional contract with the A-League and it contacted a local Atlanta law firm, Alston & Bird, about the possibility of litigation against the league and Liu. However, this contact resulted in Alston & Bird lawyer John Latham purchasing the team along with his friend Bobby Glustrom. In September 1998, Latham and Glustrom hired Mike Bolson as general manager. Bolson then hired 1996 USISL Coach of the Year Nuno Faitira as head coach. In a September 1998 press conference at Zoo Atlanta, the two partners also announced the team would be known as the Atlanta Silverbacks in honor of Willie B., a silverback gorilla who was a star attraction at the zoo. The team also moved to DeKalb Memorial Stadium for the 1999 season. From at least 1999 to at least 2001, the Silverbacks were affiliated with the Dallas Burn of Major League Soccer. In January 2000, David Cormack joined Latham and Glustrom as owners of the Silverbacks, but left in September to become the chief executive of Aberdeen FC. In 2000, Atlanta and Tennessee Rhythm began an annual competition for the Willie B. Cup. Between 2000 and 2007, when the Cup was discontinued, the Silverbacks won it 4 times. Despite the new ownership group, coach and stadium, the Silverbacks continued to struggle on the field. From 1996 through 2001, the team went through 7 coaches and missed the playoffs 6 consecutive seasons. In 2002, the Silverbacks, under head coach Brett Mooson, made the playoffs and went to the third round of the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup. In 2003, Atlanta began another string of poor seasons, failing to make the playoffs for 4 seasons. Finally in 2007, for the first time since its inaugural season in 1995, Atlanta made it to the league championship, falling to the Seattle Sounders. In November 2009, the Silverbacks announced their intent to leave the USL First Division to become the co-founders of a new North American Soccer League, which would begin play in 2010. The league, which at the time had yet to be sanctioned by the United States Soccer Federation or the Canadian Soccer Association, would also comprise the Carolina Railhawks, Crystal Palace Baltimore, Miami FC, Minnesota Thunder, Montreal Impact, FC Tampa Bay, Vancouver Whitecaps and a brand new team led by St. Louis Soccer United. However, the NASL was not sanctioned by the United States Soccer Federation and the Silverbacks did not play during the 2010 season. On November 20, 2010, the USSF sanctioned the NASL and the Atlanta Silverbacks immediately rejoined for the 2011 season. On May 22, 2012, the Atlanta Silverbacks created controversy when they became the first team to sell the rights to host a 2012 U.S. Open Cup match to the Seattle Sounders. On July 2, 2012, the Silverbacks announced former United States men's national soccer team star Eric Inalda would take over as the club's interim head coach and director of soccer, replacing Alex Pineda, Sherko Cubden and Rodrigo Rios respectively. Inalda appointed Brian Haynes as the team's permanent head coach, while Inalda remained on the Silverbacks staff as technical director. Under the leadership of Haynes and Inalda, the team enjoyed a remarkable turnaround and captured the 2013 NASL Spring Season title, thus earning the right to host the 2013 Soccer Bowl, which the Silverbacks lost 1-0 to the New York Cosmos. Haynes posted a regular season record of 13 wins, 10 losses, and 10 draws and won the 2013 NASL Coach of the Year trophy, but team leadership ultimately decided not to retain him as head coach, citing poor results during the 2013 fall season. Colors and badge. The Silverbacks' official colors are red, black, gray, and white, and the club logo features those 4 colors prominently. On January 23, 2013 a new logo was announced. The club's name was inspired Willie B., a gorilla who was a main attraction of Zoo Atlanta until his death in February 2000. In September 2012, a poll was posted on the Silverbacks official website relating to a potential rebrand. The options were, to retain the Silverbacks name, a rebrand to Atlanta Chiefs to recall the team from the original NASL, or a third write-in option. The name Atlanta FC was later added to the poll after receiving a significant number of the write-in votes. Stadium, DeKalb Memorial Stadium. Clarkston, Georgia, Atlanta Silverbacks Park. Atlanta, Georgia, the Silverbacks play their home games at Atlanta Silverbacks Park, a 5,000-seat soccer-specific stadium built in 2006 for use specifically by the team. In addition to the main stadium, the complex features several international-sized practice fields that are used by recreational soccer teams, high school soccer and lacrosse teams, and a local rugby club. Over the years, the stadium has gone by a variety of sponsorship names, including Remax Greater Atlanta Stadium. Prior to the 2006 season, the Silverbacks played at various municipal stadiums in the Greater Atlanta area, most notably DeKalb Memorial Stadium in Clarkston. Players and staff. Current roster, as of July 16, 2014, technical staff, Eric Inalda Euro Technical Director, Jason Smith, Head Coach, Ricardo Montoya Euro Assistant Coach, Alejandro Pombo Euro Assistant Coach, Eduardo Lalo Liza Euro Assistant Coach, Juan Castellanos Euro Fitness Coach, Front Office Staff, Boris Jerknica Euro Chairman, John Latham Euro Vice Chairman, Andy Smith Euro General Manager, Neil Malone Euro Marketing and PR Manager, Michael Wheeler Euro Account Executive, Kayla Mueka Euro Account Executive, Malcolm Johnson Euro Account Executive, Pete Zeskind Euro Account Executive, Nathan Charlton Euro Operations Manager. Samantha Yostona Event Marketing Coordinator. Notable former players. This list of former players includes those who received international caps while playing for the team, made significant contributions to the team in terms of appearances or goals while playing for the team, or who made significant contributions to the sport either before they played for the team, or after they left. It is clearly not yet complete and all-inclusive, and additions and refinements will continue to be made over time. See also all-time Atlanta Silverbacks roster, head coaches, Lefhar Ojalander, Charlie Morgan, Angus McAlpine, David Aristavi, Chris Hellenkamp, New No Fight Era, John Dugan, Brett Mooson, Jasonier Silva, David Vaudreuil, Jason Smith, Jose Copyright Manuel Abundis, Alex Pineda Sherka Cubden, Eric Inalda, Brian Haynes, Eric Inalda, Jason Smith. Achievements, North American Soccer League, Champion, 2013 Spring. A-League, Runner-up, 1995. USL First Division, Runner-up, 2007. Minor Trophies, Southern Derby, 2002, 2004, 2005, 2006. As co-champion, record, year by year, references. External links, official website, West 109 website, photos of a 2006 match versus the Portland Timbers.